We are a company that's running on EOS. We've been doing it now for, I think, a little less than a year. It's fantastic. Our entire leadership team loves it. Eliot, tell us a little bit more about EOS and what your role as an EOS implementer is.
You bet. So when I look at EOS and what does it do, if I just pull it all the way back, in the end, organizations and leadership teams operate most effectively. They've got the greatest chance of executing and delivering on what they set out to do if they are truly aligned, if they can actually see where they're trying to go. They're truly aligned on what their vision is. They can see where are we going to be in 3 years, in 1 year, over the next 90 days. We're aligned from a vision standpoint. If they have a way of looking at the world that says we truly understand what it means to have the right people in the right seats, doing the right work at the right times, both what should we be doing, what shouldn't we be doing. They've got the right data at their disposal, so they know the measurables that matter. And when you've got a team that sees the same picture and is truly aligned and holding hands, you got the right people in the right seats, they're using the measurables that matter and acting on them, you just start creating a more transparent organization because you start smoking out issues and everyone's aligned and working toward the right thing. When you couple that with a really radical way of identifying issues before they become big, and then standing them up to knock them down, but putting the right proportional effort against it. So you're constantly making progress on what you're setting out to do, but you're removing the roadblocks and barriers. Put that together with the right process and the right systems, not too much, but not too little, to energize and power your company. And then you have a really effective way of meeting so that you're constantly gaining traction and executing on what you set out to do. You create a working system that helps you run the business every week, every quarter, every year. That in nutshell is EOS. It's an operating system that lets you do that and helps organizations power through it. Rob, you're living it. Hopefully that captures in a nutshell what EOS does.
I think you nailed it, which I would expect as an EOS implementer, which we're going to get to in a second. I would say that there's one other thing that I think about, which is now we also now have this common language, that's not just necessarily specific to our business, but specific in terms of how we get things done and how we tackle things, which is all part of all of those elements that you mentioned before. And it's really powerful. It doesn't guarantee success, but it really sets the table for a successful business. Tell us a little bit about the role of, or your role as an EOS implementer.
Yeah, I think the way that I view my role is threefold, or a teacher, as a coach, and as a facilitator. So trainer from the standpoint of introducing a set of tools and disciplines and introducing them in a sequence and a cadence that makes sense for any individual organization. So they're moving at the right pace, different for every organization. A facilitator from the standpoint of, at the end of the day, helping to make sure that the team has come to an alignment on any particular topic, but more importantly, that there's an actionable next step. So that there's an aligned team that knows what the next step is that they're going to take. And it goes from the perspective of, I do take it to the field of play in sport. Everyone knows how to run their routes really, really well. Sometimes a coach just has the benefit of seeing those routes run in different ways. And sometimes they can help the team get more out of themselves than they ever thought possible. That's how I think about my role.